This is the Mishimoto Ancillary Hose Kit unboxed. So this ancillary hose kit comes in a really cool little package from Mishimoto. Of course, you've got the front and back there. Now it does say tear here, but we're not barbarians. We're gonna cut it like a true gentleman would, right? Because that's how we do. Let's be honest though, most of us are just gonna tear into this thing as soon as we get it, and that's just fine. So this ancillary hose kit is going to be specific for the 15 Plus WRX and should come with 12 hoses if I remember correctly. The nice thing is it'll come with everything you're gonna need to install it, and this replaces basically every ancillary hose in the engine bay, everything from coolant to PCV other than your main coolant hoses, of course. Now you do get a cool little Mishimoto pamphlet, but we're not gonna open that up because, well, we're just not going to. And then of course just some hose clamps and some zip ties to make sure everything's nice and secure. But really, I'm most concerned about the actual hoses themselves, the quality and what they look like. These are their beautiful red hoses with the Mishimoto logo on each and every single one. Now this seems very daunting, but they do have instructions on their website on where each of these hoses go. But the best thing about the hoses is they're all bent to be perfectly 100% direct installation, and that's important because when you're trying to have a nice clean engine bay, you don't want hoses, you know, kind of forcing the bends in them. You want these nice properly fit hoses that are going to be nice and snug up against the engine block and against other accessories, and these are going to be much better than your factory hoses. The factory hoses, especially when you're dealing with oil or PCV system, they're really prone to breaking down. The rubber degrades and they just get brittle and kind of soggy over time. I know those are two kind of contradictory words, but if any of you have ever taken off like your main PCV hose, you know exactly what I'm talking about. First it cracks, but then it's kind of mushy and it just degrades and it gets disgusting, and it's not effective. It can no longer do its job. So by replacing them early on, these are going to last for many years, much longer than your factory ones. Plus they are reinforced silicone, so these have 5 layers of silicone with reinforcements between each layer, which makes them still very pliable but also very stiff. So what that means is that they're not going to collapse or they're not going to expand, where factory hoses are very prone to doing that. Plus, the main thing most people care about is it's just going to look awesome in the engine bay. Let's say you're going for, you know, kind of a red theme in the engine bay. You can get all red hoses and it's going to look a lot better than, you know, those cars where people paint their hoses. Excuse me there. And this is the proper way to do it, because not only are you replacing your factory hoses with proper fit hoses that are the right color, but you're also doing an upgrade by getting rid of those factory hoses and going with a very high quality silicone like this. It's a very cool kit. Check it out. It's all the time we got for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.